Hello friends and my dear students, as in the previous session we have studied about damped vibration and we have also looked into the static damping, Coulomb damping as well as viscous damping in the previous videos. You can go through it. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about logarithmic decrement and some numerical asked related to the logarithmic decrement or on damped vibration that we will see. Okay. So as you can see, we have studied about underdamped vibration or underdamped viscous damping system or overdamped as well as critically damped. So these are the three things which we have seen in the previous sessions. You can go through it. So if zeta, which is your which is your damping factor or damping ratio. Okay. So with the help of this, you can calculate the value of overdamped, critically damped or underdamped system. Okay. If it is greater than 1, then it is overdamped. If it is equal to 1, then critically. If it is less than, then it is underdamped. Okay. And in underdamped system only you will realize or you will feel some kind of vibrations, okay, which we have seen. And what are the solution for this, that we have also seen in the previous video. You can go through it. And we have also looked after that damped vibration frequency is always less than the natural vibration frequency. Okay. Similarly, this is the decay of the vibration, as you can see in the picture. Means amplitude here it is x naught, which is decaying like this, x naught to x1, then x2, x3. And what are the ratios of this decaying in the amplitude? That is called as logarithmic decrement, or decrement ratio is the ratio of displacement in consecutive cycles. As you can see that this is the solution of your vibration system, x e to the power minus zeta omega n t sine omega dt plus phi, where amplitude x, whole amplitude of this particular vibration is x e to the power minus zeta omega n t. Means this factor, this initial factor will be your zeta omega n t, or this particular factor will be called as your amplitude, which I am just highlighting here. Okay, this is your amplitude. Okay, got it? So in this way you can go through it. After that, if you want to calculate the ratio of displacement in consecutive cycles, then at t equals to 0, if you will put the value of t equals to 0, which is the initial value which will give you the value of x naught, then you can calculate x naught is equals to x sine phi. Okay, if t is equals to td, okay, and td means this will be the value of x1 or your first. With the help of ratio of x1 divided by x naught, you can take the ratio of the displacement. Okay, so x1 will be at td or at td of your first cycle. After that it will go 2 td, 3 td and so on. Okay, as you can see in the picture, x2 will be on 2 td, x3 will be on 3 td. If you, what you have to do, similarly instead of t you have to put the td value here, and you will get the value of x1, which will be equals to x e to the power minus zeta omega and td sine phi. Similarly 2 td sine phi and so on. Then you have to take the ratio of these two, x naught by x1. All those consecutive cycle ratio will be similar to e to the power zeta omega and td, which is a constant value. Zeta is constant, omega n is constant, td will be constant. So similarly all these value will be constant. Okay, now what is logarithmic decrement? If you will take the ln of x naught by x1, means consecutive cycle ratios, consecutive cycle displacement ratio, and if you will take the ln of that, that is called as logarithmic or logarithmic decrement. It is depicted by delta here. So delta will be equals to, if you will take the ln of this, then it will be delta is equals to zeta omega and td. If you will just put the values of these two formula, like omega d is called as under root 1 minus zeta square omega n, and td is 2 pi by omega d. So you can put these value and you will get the value formula like this. Delta is equals to 2 pi zeta divided by under root 1 minus zeta square. So in this way you can solve the numericals related to the zeta or logarithmic decrement. Okay, let's go to few tricks or the techniques with the help of you can solve the problems related to the logarithmic decrement. So the ratio of displacement of ratio of displacement of begin of third cycle to the end of 7th cycle, that is called as x2 by x1. And confusion here is 4 to 7, then x4 by x7, third to fifth it is x3 by x5. but the important is if it is asked first to 8th means x not to x8. Okay, and similarly you can also calculate the value of critical damping coefficient, which is called as CC. Since you know that 2 zeta omega n is C by M, okay, this is your zeta, and for critical damping zeta is equals to 1, then 2 into 1 into omega n, that is equal to Cc by M. So zeta, which is your critical which is your damping factor, that is equals to C by Cc, means actual damping coefficient divided by critical damping coefficient, and the unit of C and Cc will be same, which is Newton per meter per second, and zeta is unitless property. Okay, and damping force will be this, and zeta depends on mass and stiffness. So in this way you can calculate the value of your critical damping factor, and note this thing in your mind. This will help you to calculate the numericals. We will, in the next session we will discuss about the numerical on this damping factors and damping vibration. So zeta is equals to C by Cc, and this is also equals to 2 C divided by 2 root Sm. So in this way Cc will also be recalled as 2 root Sm. So in this way you can calculate this value and solve out your numericals. So in the next session we will discuss about this numerical on damping factors as well as damping vibration. So stay tuned with Engineering College Banswara YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed this channel, do subscribe and hit the like button if you like this content. Thanks for your patience hearing, and do subscribe YouTube channel of Engineering College Banswara for more such updates about different branches of engineering like mechanical, electrical, civil and computer science engineering. Thank you so much.